In this video, we're going to discuss 3 strategies for overcoming post-infidelity stress disorder, PISD or PISD, and because obviously the aftermath of being cheated on leaves a lot of trauma. Like there's no way that it can't unless you are a stone cold robot. And so I want to explore 3 different things that you can do. The last one will be the most practical to really begin to overcome it. Number 1 is to take ownership of your mind. As simple as that sounds, you need to develop a balance of, on the one hand, you want to be receptive to what you're feeling, not block off certain emotions. But on the other hand, you don't want to wallow in them as well, because you can actually become a slave to your emotions in one of 2 ways, consciously and unconsciously. You can consciously wallow in your emotions and let any sense of pain and displeasure stop you from doing anything with your life. On the other hand, you can suppress them so much that they begin controlling your life, but at a subconscious level, which is actually far more dangerous. So what you need to be able to do is kind of develop 2 different mindsets as you are overcoming the trauma. Number 1 is the mindset of, I can't deal with these things, this pain, these memories that are popping up. I need to have I can't do that right now because I have work to do. I have responsibilities. I have things to take care of, but I will get to them. And that's the important part. You need to be able to alternate between those 2 mindsets. One, working on yourself. And the second is, almost as crazy as it sounds, acting as if it never happened, but not staying there. Because when you stay in the acting as if, that's actually the most dangerous. So that's the first thing, is just recognize that that's the goal. Second is just do what you need to do to establish comfort and safety. And this is probably more along the lines of what you were expecting me to say, is that figure out what you can do to make yourself feel safe. Because when you are in that kind of trauma response, you don't feel safe. And so find practical little ways that you can make yourself feel safe and comforted, whether it's certain little things that you buy for yourself or foods or people that you talk to that make you feel safe. And then boundaries is extremely important here too, with the person that cheated on you, and then just anyone else that might be making it more difficult. Being able to protect your own peace is extremely important. So establish comfort and safety for yourself. And then lastly, super practical, there is a weird mental trick that a lot of people think sounds silly until they actually do it. And it is basically manipulating the way that you remember certain events. Right now, if you think of a memory that's not the most painful, but a memory from the affair, think of it, pick it, one that's not too painful, but it's still painful. What happens if in your mind's eye, you exaggerate the features to make it, if it's like a sound, to make it louder and sharper, or if it's an image, to make it bigger and brighter and bolder? Well, the pain tends to go up, right? So don't do that. Put it back to how it was. But now notice what happens if you do the opposite. If you take that image, make it a little bit smaller and dimmer, maybe even black and white. Maybe you push it away a little bit so it's not like up close in your face. Maybe instead of seeing it through your own eyes in the memory, you step out and see it from a third person perspective. What does that do? Or if it's a sound, making it a little bit quieter or softer. What happens when you do that? For 99.9% of people, it begins to take away some of the emotional charge. Now, are these things going to solve every problem that you have? No, it's going to take a lot of deep inner work to really make progress on all of this. These are things that can help in that moment, though, when you're just going through your life, pain pops up. Remember that you have those mental frames of whether you're going to work on it now or later, acting as if versus giving yourself time to heal. You have the options of finding simple ways to create more comfort and security and safety. And then lastly, you have the ability to even go inside your mind and change the way that you choose to remember these memories. Hope some of that helps, and let me know if you have any questions.